George Fulton. George, can you tell us a little bit about this car?
Well, she's 1907 and she's in 1824. Way back in them times, that's the type of cars they drove then, and that's it was just shortly after the horse and cart time. And really, if you look at the car, all the back of the car is like a horse-drawn carriage. If you cut the car up to here, you would say it's almost a horse-drawn carriage. But it's amazing to think that she was 5-year-old when Titanic sunk, so that just lets you know and puts the whole thing in perspective to know what the whole thing was about and how old the car is.
How long have you had it, George?
I have it now about 8 years or so. It's hard to say. Time slips on so quickly.
And have you done a lot to it?
Well, not an awful lot. I painted it and tied up the engine, did up the engine slightly, but the original pistons, the original cast iron pistons are still in the engine, so that means a lot. It's a bit of the history of the engine I'd like just to keep it.
James has come from Scotland, which doesn't sound too far away, but actually it was quite a trek across country from Aberdeen, I believe. He brought an articulated lorry, put them all inside, 6.5 hours driving all yesterday across Scotland, but I'm sure you'll think it's worth it. And this is your pride of the 3 cars, I suppose, being the oldest. That's the seat base and the backrest. That's stinky, isn't it? We have a nice Clifton Tourer.
That's correct.
1927, owned by Peter Wright.
Yes. Yes. I constructed this car from an absolute wreck. All that it consisted of was a chassis and a bulkhead, and nothing more than that.
Fantastic. And how long did it take you to restore your Clifton?
It took 18 years. Collecting bits and pieces and making the rest of it.
It would be a Hackney 8-seater. It was the coach builder with J.C. Clark of Shepherd's Bush in London. His early years would have been a taxi around London. So about 25 years ago it was then bought and done up for weddings.
So what? It obviously had quite a strenuous life in London and doing well, not quite Hackney work, but taxi work.
That's right.
And so what's its do you know any of its history after that?
Not really. It went to a local man in the area, but seemingly it was dry stored for many years. To a gentleman thought it would be nice to do maybe for weddings, which he did for 20 years.
Showing off is started on the handle. Maybe it doesn't have an electric starter. It shouldn't have, I don't think, but it's always nice when they start on the handle. Especially when it's hot and the fuel's vaporising. Away we go. The Mayor of Ballymena, Maurice Miller, Councillor Maurice Miller, is waving us away today, thanks to him. So George is on his way. Happy birthday written on the back of the car. Number 2, Wilfie Patterson, Austin 15, 1911. Henry Johnston, another car, that's an import from Australia, I believe. Another Austin 10, 1913, followed by James, Austin 15, 1911. 1928, Austin 12, this is the one that recently came from UK. William Moody. Narrow body, coach, loop handles. It's Peter Wright's Austin 12 Clifton Tourer. Took him 18 years to restore that. Little Austin 7, Ruby. Big 7, for sale, quick. Little Austin 7 Tourer, 2-seater, David Cantor, I think Austin 20. 1926, full load on, 5 in. A 7 with the cutout doors, RN I think they are. Another 7 4-seat Tourer. Brian Hunter, 34, Austin 10, just before they changed over to the Calrad. And then a big Austin 20. 35 Austin 12. Tourer. Quite a rare machine, that. Quite a rare machine. Austin 10. This is Jeff Walker, 28, Austin 12, and another. Very nice condition. We've got another, I think it's a 12. Robert Dick, dressed up for the occasion, him and his wife. Car's purring along. Is it in bottom gear? No, it's still the second, is it? Oh, no. Nice little Ruby. And Harley. 12.6 Harley. Again, purring along.